Good morning. I'm Pete Najarian. This is the take for Market Rebellion on this Monday morning, and an unbelievable week last week that actually closed with some incredible volumes in the derivatives markets. We'll get to that in just a second. But for now, let's just look back to last week. We had a really interesting week. We were wondering whether or not we were going to be able to hold on to gains, or are we going to sell off and have the first week in a while where we had a little bit of a sell off from where we were. Well, it was pretty interesting in terms of where it all unfolded, and we did nearly captured that 30,000 level once again, finishing up about 47 points on the Dow. That was sort of a late surge that we'd gotten there. NASDAQ as well, moving around and was very, very volatile, but actually finished in the red. It started in the red. And I'll tell you what, midday was when we saw a lot of the movement really starting to occur, both for the Dow and the NASDAQ. Just an explosive move from midday to where it actually finished the day. But I'll tell you what, when you look at what the volumes looked like and what that volatility looked like, we were looking at a volatility that actually broached up towards that 25 level once again. We hadn't seen that in a while. Plus, when you look at the volumes, the absolute volumes were incredible. We actually surpassed 43.8 million contracts on Friday. Why are we always so excited about the markets and the derivatives and all of what that's telling us? It's because of days like last Friday where we saw incredible volume. We had great volume all week. We were in the 30 plus million, it seemed, almost each and every day. But to get up towards where we were, those numbers are very close to what we'd seen in the past, where we'd seen some of those pandemic numbers where we were broaching 50,000. We were moving up towards those levels, 48 million contracts, really, really busy days. But again, just a really incredible day. Now, when we started off the day, there was one name that just really stood out. And by far, that was Disney. And a lot of that having to do with the subscriptions and how much growth they are seeing with Disney Plus. And that's been a conversation for a while now, but it really seemed to resonate with folks as they were projecting forward. And a lot of people with the comparisons towards Netflix and some of that growth. It really is incredible what's going on with Disney. And eventually, when the rest of all of their portfolio of what Disney really is starts to reopen, that's, I think, what people are looking at right now as far as not just right this moment in some of those levels, but also the levels that we are seeing going forward from there, and how that actually can play out. So Disney, Coca-Cola, some of the old names, but that was a huge run from Disney. It was up like 8%, then 10%, then 11%. So an extraordinary move. Now the rest of the market was really fairly balanced. When we look over at the financials, you look at the industrials, energy did stand out once again. That energy has been an area with the ups and the downs. You want volatility, you go to energy. You take a look at what's been going on with crude oil and that movement that we've been watching for a while now with crude. Today, let's just jump into today. Today, we are actually up and over that 47 level for oil. And what a move that is. And the beta names are on fire once again. Names like Apache and Devon and some of those kind of names really are an explosive move once again to the upside. So people, excitement over the vaccine, once again, excitement over the potential now of bipartisan stimulus package. That really seemed to give the markets huge fuel to the upside. Matter of fact, we were up 240 points in the pre-markets on the Dow. We had a nice move also working for the NASDAQ as well. We didn't open there, though. We actually opened significantly off of those levels and now pushing up towards those levels once again. Actually opened about 180 points to the upside. The NASDAQ was down just a little bit from where it was. Now the NASDAQ is absolutely on fire. And it's probably not what you think. When you're looking at the NASDAQ, oftentimes everybody says, well, that's technology. And as you know, anybody who's been watching the take for the last, 8, 9, 10 months, what do we talk about? It's not just technology. Technology, sure. The big five, sure. But it's other areas of technology, but specifically it's other areas like the semiconductors and biotech. By the way, today, biotech up over 2% again, and another new all-time high for biotech. So that's another area that just has been absolutely incredible as this move to the upside and helping out the NASDAQ as folks just consider it still just technology. It is not. It's biotech, and a lot of those various names moving to the upside. Moderna being one of those names, very, very strong move to the upside. And we've seen so many others, Vertex and Illumina and BioMarin, where we've seen some option paper just last week on Friday. one of the last hits of the day. And now today you wake up and you see biotech screaming to the upside once again. So that's been something that really does stand out. Now, really quickly, we're not going to be able to do Q&A today. I apologize. The computer was not functioning right, just couldn't get connectivity. So I am on the phone today. So that's why it's a little bit less quality in terms of what you're seeing. But I will tell you this, still got some unusual option activity. And I'm going to give you this one. How about Disney? You know, it's amazing because I missed it. I had a great run in Disney. I was in the stock, then I moved into the options, and I was looking for some sort of a pullback again. We are not seeing that, as we talked about on Friday, just an explosive move to the upside. But today we are seeing more buying in Disney. Stock was trading about 175.30. We had a buyer of over 5,000 of the December 177.5 calls. So just out of the money, the month of December. Obviously, that's expiration cycle is fairly tight now, but that buying started at $1.75, finished at $2.75. And the way the markets are trading right now, it certainly seems as if people are very, very excited about Disney and the direction that it's taking. And not just because of Disney Plus, which has been a monster, but with the vaccines and with the stimulus, what will that do for Disney, the stock itself? And absolutely, when you look at that portfolio, it could be the potential of what people are looking for and into the future and in the very near term future. Absolutely, because these are December options. They will be expiring relatively soon. So keep an eye on that as well. Folks, I want you to have a great day of trading. I'll tell you what, we got up, we finished actually last week at about a 23 volatility index after getting up towards 25. Here we are in about that 2250 sort of an area. It's been pretty interesting, but it's also been very, very consistent. But these volumes with Apple and Tesla and NEO and all of these leaders that we have seen, Palantir of the options world, I'll tell you what, the derivatives markets, that is the place to be. That is where the excitement is. I'm excited each and every day. And I'll tell you what, it looks like the start of another great week. Folks, have a great day of trading, and we'll see you tomorrow.